Hey folks, welcome to this episode of Fat Off the Bone. And we have a special guest today, Miss Sharon Crowder. And I got playing on Facebook here not too long ago. And Miss Crowder is a caterer, and she has developed a line of spices called Level Up. And so I reached out to her, and she happens to be, lives within just a few miles of where we're at now here at the compound. So I reached out to her and I said, "Hey, we do a little YouTube show, and wanted to know if she would come on and talk about her spices, and then we're going to use them in some cooking later on." But Shane here, being the professional interviewer that he is, I'm gonna step away and let him talk to Miss Crowder about how she come up with this idea, how she packages it, and most importantly, how you can get your hands on some of these spices because we're excited about it. We're going to use a couple today, the pork spice, and then we're going to use the um, pizza spice. She's got, I think, 40 something SKUs of this stuff. So we won't get 40 things cooked today, but I'm gonna get out of the way and let her explain it, and we'll see you over at the grill here in a bit. Y'all on?
Hey Sharon, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
So Level Up Spices.
Yes.
Now the first thing I gotta ask, how you come up with that name, Level Up Spices?
Um, me and my son was talking, and he said, "Mom, we got to level up." So I was like, "That's a good name. That's a good name." So I started creating stuff, and I came up with Level Up Spices.
Now, in my brain, and maybe I'm wrong, but you tell me, the fact that you create spices would say that you enjoy cooking.
Yes, I do.
So you do some catering.
Yes.
Do you have a specialty?
Um, pasta.
Pasta.
Yes.
That's interesting. Okay, pasta. That is very interesting because you got 44 different flavors of spices, and I hadn't seen one yet that said pasta, but
I probably could create one.
you probably could. But when you started doing this, I would imagine there was a lot of trial and error. Like you got to get it just right, and then you got to remember what you did to make it taste the same every time.
I actually wrote it down the recipe, so whenever I put everything in, it's always the same whenever I get it done.
Well, the packaging here, and this is one of the ones we're going to use. This is the pork spice, Level Up Pork Spice. By Spicy Creations, and this is, I mean, it just sounds like goodness. Brown sugar and kosher salt and paprika and pepper and cumin and onion powder and garlic powder, a little bit of cayenne pepper. Not too hot, but you got to have a little bit. So this is actually one of the ones we're going to use today, is the pork spice. Let me ask you this: what was the first one you created?
The first one I created was all-purpose spice for
Really?
meat.
All-purpose for meat. Okay. So that would be this.
Yeah.
All-purpose seasoning for meat. And again, a lot of the same stuff in it, but a couple of new things in it as well. And I see it. You put what's in it. You're not telling what's in it.
No, I didn't. It's a special spice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you got. Oh, it says
It's a
right here,
mystery
spice added. And you're saying this is going to be good on any kind of meat.
Yes.
People can
Yes.
use it. And we won't go through all of them here, but here's a one that just in general meats you can use on any meat if you'd like to. There's the pizza seasoning, which we're actually going to use today, along with the pork. There's a rib seasoning. Now, I love ribs, and I'm going to tell you right now, we cook a lot of ribs, so I can't wait to try this because a good rib rub is hard to find. And another thing, too, when you buy these at the store, there's nothing wrong with buying these rubs and stuff at the store, don't get me wrong, but you really don't know what you're getting. You don't know how fresh it is. With your stuff, you make it, you know what's in it.
It lasts for 3 years.
Really? 3 years. Here is a steak seasoning. This is the one that would be my friend because I love a good steak, and this one has got some stuff in it that I have never heard of in a steak seasoning. But coffee, brown sugar, paprika, oregano, mustard powder, chili powder, red pepper flakes. So there are 44 different of these, everything from chicken to pork to steak to pizza, and you got different sizes. This is the 7 ounce size.
Yes.
And this one runs how much?
$5.50.
For any of them you choose.
No, any of the 7 ounce sizes that you choose, and the 3.5 is $4.15.
Really? And you make every one of them
Every
yourself?
one of myself.
Do you package them yourself?
Packaging.
So how are you selling?
Facebook, and by mouth. People use it and then they say, well, somebody else wants one. Can they get it, or they want a set? So I create them a set and they buy it.
Well, let me ask you this: what is the Facebook page? Where would people go to buy it?
Level Up. It's exactly like my label.
Level Up. That's all you search. Level Up on Facebook, and is there a? I guess is there a store there you can buy from?
No, not yet.
Just a way to contact you.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, that's cool. That is really, really cool. Now, you local? Now, when I say local, we're in the Piedmont of North and South Carolina, close to the state line, about 40 miles away from Charlotte. Are you local to this area?
Yes, I'm 5 miles away.
5 miles away. Do you do any shows or things like that?
No, but I'm wanting to get into that.
That's awesome. That's really, really good. When did you start this?
This is August.
All right. Now, this is the most important question I got to ask it to you.
Okay.
What's your favorite? Which spice is your favorite?
The vegetables.
The vegetable spice.
Mm-hmm.
Good on any vegetable.
Any vegetable.
Well, we can't wait to use some of them. Y'all check out her Facebook page. It's Level Up. There are 44 different spices you can choose from. We're certainly going to use some of them here.
We'll link it.
We will put a link to her Facebook page too. I don't know how to do that. Rodney does, but we'll put a link to your Facebook page too. And you don't know how much we appreciate you coming out. Now, we're going to actually use a little bit of this, so she's not leaving us. We're going to do a couple of recipes here and use her seasoning and give our honest opinion of how we like them. But I got a feeling we're probably in for a treat.
I have, Rennie traded.
Yes.
He actually buys it from me, and he said it was awesome.
Well, good. That's really good. Listen, word of mouth advertising. If somebody buys something and likes it, they will buy it again. That's for sure. We really appreciate you coming and talking to us, Sharon. And will you hang around and cook a little bit with us?
Sure.
Very good. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And thank y'all for subscribing to Fat Off the Bone. 44 different flavors. All you got to do is go to Level Up on Facebook. We'll have a link so you can get there. It'll tell you how to contact Sharon and get as many of these as you want to try. And she says herself, if you're going to get one, get the vegetable seasoning. I can tell you, if I were going to get one, it'd be the steak seasoning because that's my thing. So we're going to use the pork seasoning today and the pizza seasoning. And y'all get a hold of Sharon and try some of these spices. Thank you.
Thank you.